Hello students, in this video training we are going to animate time series data and we're going to make a heat map out of it. So what does that look like? Well, you've probably seen stuff like that if you've gone to weather.com and you've looked at how weather changes over any amount of time. Another example of that would be like climate data that changes over time. For example, here we've got, this is climate.nasa.gov, and we've got this heat map here showing a change in average global temperatures over time. And as I clicked on that, you can see that that heat map is changing. So whether it's global or a small area, if you've got time series data and it's in points, I want to show you how you can make something like that. And so that's our goal for this particular lab. All right, so first thing we're going to do is in Canvas, you're going to be able to go and download two zip files. ASAM_SHP, which should be under this video, and then NE_10M_land.zip. Download both of those, put them into your GIS folder. I've made my own GIS folder with those in it. I called it Training 10 in mine. Whatever you call it is fine. All right, so in ASAM, and this is the step one of your lab after you've got the data in here. You're going to pull in the .shp file, and we can see all those dots. And then we're also going to pull in, under the NE10M land, we're going to pull in this shapefile as well. And I've got pink on pink here, so that doesn't work out very well. Let's change some colors here real quick so it works better. I'm going to go gray, and I think I'm going to do blue. Let's do blue. Oops. I guess I've got blue right there I can use. Ooh, too big, too big. I'm going to shrink that down to 2. There we go. Anyway, let's pull that up, pull that down. There we go. I like the dots on top so I can see them, and I've got blue and gray there. So that was just step one of our lab, making sure we have it in the right order. We've got colors that work for us, and we are good to go. All right. All right, so if we look at these events and we look at them in the attribute table, we can see that we've got some information here on different things that are going on. Looks like these are pirates and thieves that attack vessels around the world, and you can see where they occur at. And we are going to see what happens, and we've got dates over here. That's going to be important, right? Is seeing those dates. How often these piracy events occur. All right. So let's close that out. And now what we're going to do is go on to let's make sure our symbology is good, right? We're going to go over here. We've got, make sure this is on single symbol over here in the layering, single symbol. All right, and then what we're going to do is change this to, we're going to change this to heat map right now. Okay, heat map. So see where I did that from single symbol to heat map. You can see it looks different now, and we're going to click on our, see if I can move this over just a tad. We're going to click on this. We're going to go down here to Viridis and change it to that. All right. We can't see the map behind us anymore, and that's no good. We're going to have to adjust that here in a second by going down here to opacity, and we're going to take it to, I don't know, 75 is what the instructions tell us to do. So we'll go 75, and we can see the different heat map. Okay. All right, so now we're going to go back over here. We're going to click on, this is a right click, and you're going to go down to properties. And what we're going to do is go down under here, under rendering, you've got temporal. You're going to click on this little checkmark box up here under dynamic temporal control. So temporal, dynamic temporal control, right? Okay. Now that we've done that, we're going to change this to a single field with date and time. Okay, and so what we've done there is we're going to look for a field that has the date and time in it. Okay, if we looked at our attribute table, we've got a field with that in it. We're going to then look for that field. And we know that when we were looking at our attribute table, date of OCC was what we were looking for, and we are going to click OK. All right, sweet. Now with that, we're going to go up here. And if it's not already appeared, it was already appeared on mine because I've done this before. You should have a little clock up in your menu bar now, and it's called Temporal Controller Panel. We're going to click on that, and you can see we've got a new set of instructions available to us up here. If you click on that, watch what happens. If you click on this little middle icon, you can see that you get a little more here. If you click on some of these, you can see that it'll start moving on for you. Okay. All right, but it's not moving very fast because it's doing it in hours. We want to do it in years. So we're going to switch this to years. This one, we're going to switch to years. Let's get out of that. All right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to go to step 11. And that means we're going to go up here to view, up here, and view goes to decoration. And when we go over to the drop down menu here, we're going to go to title label, and we're going to enable the title label, and we're going to insert an expression, and the expression is in your lab. For you to just copy and paste in your lab. It's format underscore date in parentheses at map underscore start underscore time, comma, and then a single quotation mark, the year in between. And so what we're doing is we're just trying to get it to look for the year that is we want the year to show up here. So we're going to make this expression. So here's our expression box. And I'm going to just copy and paste this in. And there it is there. Okay. So format date is what we're looking for. And then we've put in this information and the year. Obviously, you can put in your own title. You can see down here that our preview is coming out. What that's done is it's gone to that field inside of the attribute table, and it's just pulled out that date, that year information for us. So we're going to go ahead and click OK. We're going to change our font here. Let's go to 25 on our font size. And let's see, we want our, I'm going to take that down to 50, our opacity, or transparency, if you will. And we're going to click OK now. Okay. Now, where do we put this? We could put this white, by the way. Background color, white. And we're going to put that bottom right. I changed the color to black. The color is black. I want to just double check that. All right, so font, background color is white for the bar that the title is going to be on, and we're going to have it down here in the bottom right. And we're going to click apply, and wow, you can see that it came up. It is not transparent. Oh well, that's good enough. Okay, so we'll just go with that. You can see down here we've got our year that is popped up, and if we jump to back to this, if we hit this button, then we should see things change. You see that heat map is changing for us now, just like it was in the climate data, except for this tells us where piracy is occurring, right? Okay, so we've got this heat map. Now how do we get it out of here and make it into something we can use? Well, what we're going to do next is we're going to, first of all, by the way, if you want to change the rate that this happens, you can click on this little gold year button right up here. If you click on that, you can change the rate at which it occurs. So I'm not going to change that, so I'm just going to go back and be happy with that. So what we're going to do is so now we're going to hit this little save button right here. We're going to click on that. We're going to find a place for where we want this information. We're going to click on that. Again, I'm putting this in my GIS folder. Okay. And I'm going to select, this is the folder I have for this particular lab. And then what we're going to do now, we're going to give this a name, Pirates. Up here. And then we're going to leave those number symbols in there. Hashtag for those of you who are the most current generation. And now we're going to go calculate from what? Well, we've got to change that. We want it to calculate from the land one. So we're going to click on that. Okay. All right. And then we're going to click save. Now, it's going through this process and it's saving by year the different files. So if we go to our folder, so here's I just opened up Windows Explorer here, clicked on this button here, and I'm going to go to my file and I open up my folder. You can see that I've got all of the different images here for all the different years. And so now what we can do is go to a GIF. If you've made ever texted someone an animated image before, it's a GIF image. And so we're going to make one of those. And so you're going to click on, you can use whichever one you want, but this one works for me. It's called Easy GIF. And so here's Easy GIF. And I'm going to choose that. And I'm just going to, you can see that I've done this twice. Here's the Pirates. And I'm going to click Shift and then click all of them. So all of these are selected and I want them to go into my files. You can see I've got 18 files there. I'm going to click Upload. And again, you can use any GIF creator you want if you know how to use it, but this one works for us. And so we've got all of this information here. And we can just, go down here. We're not going to change any information. We're just going to click Make the GIF. And Now you can see it's got the GIF going down here. I can click save. When I click save, it then saves it into my folder, and I've got a GIF, and I can open that up. Let's see, I guess we can use this. And it looks very much like the heat map that was in the climate change heat map that I showed you at the beginning. And this is what you're going to submit to me for this assignment. I want a GIF, and that's the only thing you'll be able to upload. If it doesn't have a GIF, a .gif at the end, you won't be able to upload it, okay? And that is the end of this lab. So I hope you enjoy it. I hope you learned something, and I will see you next time.